option, then I'll cut that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, hey, and sorry, Casey, but it's true. Casey Owens, when I did my Casey Owens interview, and he's one of the big ones off over. He puts you over so huge, man. He's
Oh
like,
man.
my favorite fucking opponent of all time is Big Dave. And he's
Oh
like,
dude.
fucking,
I always feel weird, like I don't know, I don't receive compliments well. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, me
like
either.
we're our own worst enemies. Hearing it in that regards, I don't feel like there's ulterior motive. It's hard for me to not feel like there's some kind of like something else. Like why are you
Obviously
Yeah.
not Casey, but what I was saying about Casey was that motherfucker was the most edited episode I've as a compliment to me because I was like, this motherfucker is so comfortable with me.
Awesome. Holy
Under
shit.
the bus. Another one, full disclosure. I didn't have to edit it because he waited till we were done. Jameson, he fucking enlightened me on some things, and I was like, oh
Oh,
man,
let's
all
go.
right.
You're
Yeah,
two
so
for two on naming the Pookies right now,
dude, I know that was another thing, was like I just be real, any southern dude, because I'm southern.
Yeah.
I'm from the other fucking state from in the south that starts with A, Arkansas.
Arkansas, dude. What part? If you
Northwest
don't mind.
Arkansas,
Okay, I
over
was about to say
by
you ain't got it.
and
It's
so
pretty
when
tight.
I yeah, dude, when I watched your thing with Bossanuga and you were talking about being a farm kid and just so much with a human being in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people I guess they just assume it like based off of my personality, but
Thinking about it, not even being weird in the shower
yeah,
before
dude.
this,
Yeah.
because I was
That's
like,
where all great thoughts come from.
really though? And I was like, you know what it is there is a certain level of chill that you get from people that have busted their ass on a fucking farm, man. If you've slung
Yeah.
hay, if
Yeah.
you've worked cows, if you fucking, for me, it was the chicken houses. If you fucking woke up at
Yeah, we
3:30
had
in the morning,
we had one chicken house, bro. That shit is
oh,
not fun, bro. That just teaches you that like, bro, shit is not fun. And you just have
no,
to accept that sometimes.
yeah, man. This is a little me story that not great in hindsight, probably, very 90s story.
It's okay.
Uh my first job was working chicken houses for my buddy's grandpa across the
Yeah.
street, and our pay was half a Swisher Sweet.
Dude,
I
fuck
was
yeah.
9 years old.
That's pretty fucking tight though. What flavor?
It was I think it was OG, man. I think it was
Dude,
just
you're just smoking
OG.
like original tobacco Swisher
Yeah,
Sweet.
dude.
You're raw dogging half of a fucking just OG to
Yes.
straight tobacco fucking that's pretty tight. I think I
Oh,
was dude, fuck, I was probably anywhere between like 10 or 12. It's all a little fuzzy.
yeah.
My mom rolled her own cigarettes. Like, so she just had like fucking, at any given time, she has like 200 plus cigarettes ready to go. Like, she had a little plastic pack that would hold like double the amount of a standard pack of cigarettes. She had like her own custom built, like, had a fucking latch on it. She filled that bitch with cigarettes every morning before she left, and that motherfucker would be empty by the time she got home, and she'd be jonesing for one. But I started stealing cigarettes from her when I was like 10 or 11. I think that's like the one thing I wish I never did, bro. Cause like, fuck, bro, I'm still on the vapes, dude, to this day. Cause I stole them goddamn cigarettes.
I think I lucked out in a weird way because I had a very aggro smoking dad
Yeah.
where he just rolled them fucking windows up and just hotbox a cigarette on them. And so I think like, and I definitely had my era of smoking. I off and on smoked till college. And then I just remember going, why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was already smoking weed, so I was like, why am I just not smoking weed more? That was my big like revelation was
Yeah,
I'll
you're like
just smoke more
one of these
weed.
is better than the other
Way better.
in literally every way.
Yeah. And I fucking smell horrible. But with you circumvented that part because you vape, and that's at least fucking, you don't smell like a motherfucking like
Yeah, no,
ashtray.
I smell like blueberry jam, and people hate me at indoor places that I have to be at for more than an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude.
That's all I get from that. Oh, hello,
That's
chicken
all.
biscuit. You joining the party, bro? Come on.
Killer cat.
There's a
Killer cat.
little cat jumping through. That's chicken biscuit.
Fucking love that shit. That's another southern, just beautifully southern thing is like your animals have the stupidest names of all
Oh,
time.
dude, yeah, I wanted to name her bologna biscuit, but she's more of a chicken.
Yeah, for sure. But what I loved about the Bostanuga interview, I don't know why I preface it with what I loved. I guess I'll just intro you as well. I love how we've been just
Yeah, dude,
fucking
we just
chilling.
been shooting the shit, dude. That's what it's about.
Basically,
That's the spirit. That's the spirit of the goddamn podcast
let's
game, dude.
go. It really is, especially with me. My whole pitch, by the way, on these started as, "Hey, I promise I'm fucking entertaining to talk to, and I ain't
Yeah,
gonna ask you the fucking boring shit. I'm gonna go with you like fucking raw dog for real, and
yeah,
this is as real as it gets."
yeah, dude.
You mentioned on the Bostanuga interview that you got into wrestling because your brother, because it was almost like it was a trauma response. Let's just be honest, because you're
Oh
like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
shit
yeah,
wasn't great, and it was the Monday Night Wars VHS that got you into the business.
yeah.
Do you think that that's why you sort of have the attitude of like, hey man, just fuck it, man, let's have fun, because like it really was an escape for you?
Um, I think so. Yeah. Um, I don't. I think wrestling in a way has like taught me a lot about life too. I guess you know what I mean. Like having to circumnavigate wrestling, it'll fucking teach you some things about yourself. And I just always like I don't know. Life's better if you're just having a little bit of fun, dude. So just fucking roll out there and have a good time. That's what I want it to feel like all the time. Is we're having a good time. Maybe we're having a good time when I'm fucking whooping the shit out of somebody, or maybe we're having a good time because I'm saying a funny thing right now, like yelling it, you know. But
Yeah.
we're regardless, we're having a good time.
Yeah, man. And I do, I really feel that because again, similar situation, not a good home life
Yeah,
much. And dude, I lived on that VCR. I lived on that cable every Monday. And so
yeah,
and that's I am very mindful, especially as I get older, because oddly enough, I am 37 years old.
okay.
And so I'm getting a little long in the tooth, or at least I feel like I'm fucking long in the tooth. I was just talking to Tank actually in a
Oh, dude,
DM about,
shout out
brother,
fucking
I
tank.
feel so old. And he's like, you feel fucking old. And I was like, I
Shout
know, but fuck, dude. But yeah,
out
it
tank,
was,
dude.
oh God, he's the greatest. And he'll
Yeah,
definitely be on one of these very, very soon. Thank God. He's
yeah,
just
bro.
like a busy man. But
You gotta talk to tank.
fuck yeah. And I had to talk to you, man, because
Oh, bro.
you feel like somebody that really kind of just, it's that classic thing where it's like the 5 year overnight success, like to you, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, bro, I've been grinding, making pounds. But you've broke out, I feel like, in the last year specifically, man. Like, I remember
Yeah.
seeing you on Twitter a lot and being like, Big Dave, like, what's the fucking read on Big Dave? And then I finally threw some New South on the IWTV machine, and I was like, this motherfucker rules. Like, he can move. He's not a gimmick,
Yeah.
but he's a gimmick. And I love
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah, the last year's been great. I had a good run with the New South title. I really prided myself on I don't know. Everyone calls it flaring it. I guess like bringing up the talent that you're working with along the way. That was like a big focal point for me. And I'm not even saying that like the people I wrestled needed that. It's just I wanted to take whatever like spotlight and trust or whatever is on me, like as the big fucking champion, big fucking like I'm out here every fucking show defending this belt. Like you guys are watching me goddamn die every weekend to
Yeah.
defend this belt. Um, I wanted other people to like also have that spotlight on them as a proxy. So I really prided myself on like, pushing my opponents during that run until eventually, I pushed too far, dude. And then Tyler the Wall Stevens threw me off that fucking ladder.
Man, dude, that fucking was wild. And I mean, it sucked, because I like you and you're my boy. Now I gotta also say though, he is a motherfucking wall.
Bro,
And holy
hey,
shit, dude.
I'll throw my hands up. Me and the Walls had beef long standing in the field, dude.
Yeah.
I always, dude. I have this stupid ass joke where if I'm talking about someone that like if it whether it's real or not, like that I've had a problem with for a while, I say, "Oh, dude, them cows have been out there a while," and then people just they look at me like I'm fucking stupid, and it is the stupidest joke of all time because I let the awkwardness sit and then I go beef long standing in the field. And then, I mean, it's hit or
Come
miss. It's
on.
maybe like
I love it.
20% hit, dude. Uh, man, I love the Walls. The Walls are my guy, dude. I love the Wall so much. I don't want to come on here and then like fucking like do the weird thing where I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna have to whoop his ass the next time I see him. Like, bro, the Wall's the man.
You're right.
He's grinding out here with me, dude. And like the energy that he brings, just at like knowing him as a person and the energy that he brings when you step out there to wrestle him, like it makes you want to go crazy, like in the best way possible. Like I don't know. I really one thing that I pride myself on in my matches with the Wall, because I mean fuck, we've been wrestling each other consistently for 3 years now, it feels like.
Hmm.
We had our first match, I think, at New South, and then we wrestled at Retinal, we wrestled at Action, we wrestled fucking now at TWE. We fucking made sure that we fucking tangled it up in Vegas so we could say we did that. So it's like
Fuck yeah, dude.
we have this thing going on, obviously, but along the way, I really feel like every time okay, Biscuit, this is absurd. All right. There's so
Hell
many
yeah.
paths around. Biscuit had to make her presence
Let's
known.
get run in,
I
dude.
feel like along the way, like every match we had was different and better, and we pushed it to a whole different level as far as what we could do and what we, you know, were asking of each other in that sense.
Yeah.
And I really prided, I don't know, man, I prided myself on the fact that we weren't going out there and just doing like a bunch of shoulder tackle spots. Like, bro, we're two big guys. That's an easy thing to, I guess, whatever, fall back on. Um, we really like pushed the envelope for what people expected out of us, I think is more so what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, shout out the Wall. He's the man. I feel it in my gut, dude. We just got to enjoy him while we can at this point, bro. He's he's
100%.
he's fucking dude. He's he's going, dude. He's going.
I got a good idea where I want him to be too, but obviously I don't
Yeah,
even want to
well,
go into that
yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
about
We'll
like,
leave that for when it happens, dude.
yeah,
That's
well,
how I am about stuff like that, brother.
yeah,
I'll just feel it in my gut. I'll feel it in my little dark energy part of my body, and I'll
yeah.
just go. It's gonna happen. I don't
So
know what
like
it is. It's gonna happen.
literally that was exactly how I felt when I talked to Darian Bingston too. I was like, brother, you're going. And he was like,
Shout
this is
out
before.
Darian, dude.
Oh, dude, and
He's
you
the
talked
man.
about that too in the interview where you were like, "Bro, me wrestling Darian was a big moment in your career."
Yeah,
And
and it's still to this day. Like I make sure to find Darian. I do. I mean, like I run things that I have going on in my head by Darian. I run the fucking shit that I'm doing at other places by Darian. Like he's a guy that I we were already like pretty cool with each other before we wrestled at TWE. and then we wrestled, and that was like this huge deal for me and the way they presented it and all that, because I mean, he's the man, dude. He's a top guy in the territory, like, and he's like top three, and I don't know if he's two or three. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
so. Getting to wrestle him and then like getting closer with him afterwards, and him becoming someone, I guess, that I can go to with things, and the knowledge that he's willing to instill in people that are willing to take it. Like, dude, he's the man across the board, in the ring, out of the ring, just across the board. He's the man.
Yeah, he's so smart too, man. Like
Yeah,
that was
dude, he really thinks about this shit like at a different level, and it's cool to take like the level that I think about it at to someone who thinks about it. And I don't even know if it's like, I think everyone has their own things that they really lock in on. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
the things that I take the things that I've locked in on to him, and he applies it with the things that he's locked in on. And I come away from that conversation just like, dude, I would literally never would have thought about it like this ever in mind. Like, yeah, I could have sat here for a
Yeah.
million years thinking about nothing but this, and I would not have come to this conclusion that I just came to in 10 minutes of talking to Darian Bingston out behind the shipping container out back at TWE.
Deep thoughts,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. But yeah, man, it was really cool talking to him because it was like right before he even did ROH the first time. And he was like, or well, this most recent first time. And he was like, yeah, don't tell anybody, but I got this opportunity. And I told him right away, I was like, brother, one way or the other, you're out there and people are noticing, you're gonna get picked up. And then little did I know fucking produce was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean,
Produce
he's
is a really
positioned
fucking cool deal, dude. I love everything they have going on.
uh I mean, your home, I feel like, has been New South. I know you trained there.
100%.
That's been your place. I've just another one just recently got into them like over the last year or so, and I'm obsessed, man. I love it. And it feels like it's like the perfect place. It's almost like a TWE pipeline in and out in a way of like everybody just looking for work. So it just so happens New South is in Alabama. They're running good shows, professional
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like, well, fuck, let's get on the show. And I mean, I'm sure you probably were putting words in, and it's kind of obvious when guys like Jameson and fucking Tim Bosby and the
What?
program in general and everybody, So
All right,
how's it
that's
been
good.
to see that growth though for fucking New South, man? That's gotta be surreal for you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, definitely been my home day one. That was like the first one of like the indie show that I went to. Like as a fan at fucking like 18 years old, I'm going to New South and I'm seeing fucking Adam Priest and goddamn Derek Neal and fucking all these dudes wrestle, and I think they're so fucking cool. Um, yeah, I went for years like just contemplating like, dude, am I gonna do this shit? Is this really like I said it in the other interview, and I'll try to like keep it exclusive here because like, bro, this is an interview as well. Let's just tell the story, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But I always had the bug a little bit like watching it, just that itch in my brain that I couldn't scratch by just watching it. As a kid, it was always like everyone who, when they ask you in kindergarten, I talk like cornbread, bro, so I stumble over some
Me too,
words.
dude. I
When
leave
I
that
was
shit in. I don't even
when I
care about
I
me.
know, yeah, leave that shit in there, dude. When I was in kindergarten, and they're asking like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And folks are like, oh, I want to be president of the United States. Like, I want to fucking be a cop, or I want to be a fucking whatever, firefighter, football player. I legitimately was just like, dude, I want to be fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, whatever that means for me. I want to be that. That dude is so cool. He's on TV. He fucking just says whatever he wants and fucking like comes out there in sick ass goddamn jean shorts, bro. That is literally like, that's always been what I wanted to do, but then like, I don't know. It it never seemed like a thing that I could do. You know what I mean? Like that felt like its own fucking separate world, bro. Like that's the thing that I watch on TV on Monday and Friday. Like that's what that is. It's not, these guys are like grown in a laboratory and they're fucking like, whenever they're ready to fucking go be wrestlers, fucking they send them out there to wrestle, and that's how they just pick them and they debut. Like it's like, it felt like being a movie star to me. You know what I mean? Like this exclusive fucking thing. All right, Biscuit, come on. This exclusive fucking thing that like is super hard to get in and be a part of and all that. So it was just like, it wasn't a thing that I pursued, and I didn't necessarily come from a place where you pursued things that you were passionate about over things that would set you up to have a good life. You know what I mean? Like I'm very like education and work driven family. Which like nothing against that. Like that's a cool way to be. But I always felt like the black sheep in that regard. Just because like I'm cool to work, you know what I mean? But I knew a life of fucking like going to school and getting a job and fucking like sitting at a desk and fucking like clocking fucking whatever for the rest of my entire life in business casual attire. Like that thought literally drove me fucking insane. And that's what everybody like expected out of me. So, it just never felt like a thing that I could pursue. So I'm going to these indie shows at New South now. I'm starting to fucking like, you know, toke up with the boys at intermission and like after the show. And now I'm like, then that transitions like, oh, now I'm going to fucking Huddle House with them. Like after the gimmick to fucking, and I'm chatting them up and they're like, bro, you should do it. And I was like, yeah, you know, maybe whatever. I'm like 20 or 21. So it's been a good couple of years of like, you know, me hanging around and fucking just being a guy on Twitter. You know what I mean? That was my whole thing at first was I was fucking, oh, that's stoned cold David from Twitter, bro. Like fucking, but so yeah, no, I started training, didn't really like even have the intention of being a wrestler. I wanted to manage. If you've seen Kent Havoc on New South,
Yeah.
one he's the in the Talladega Nights. I was gonna manage Kent Havoc because I thought that that would like change the world. Like, oh, dude, a manager that's twice the size of the guy that he manages. Like, what's funnier than that? What's
You and
funnier than me?
DDP, brother.
What's funnier than me talking shit and then being like, okay, Kent Havoc, go kick his ass.
It
That's
does rule.
fucking that does rule actually. But as I got rolling in training, like it's not like any cool place, like actual place that wants you to succeed in wrestling. If you come to them at whatever level, they're gonna make you train to be a wrestler. Everyone has to know everything. This is if you're in the ring, you have to know everything about what is going on, just so like you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we had referees training. Me wanting to be a manager was still doing like full contact fucking training type shit. Like if we're fucking going to WrestleMania, brother. Like even though I just want to stand outside the ring, which I do appreciate now. Obviously, like 5 years into my fucking active wrestling career, I'm like, dude, I'm glad they fucking made me do that because that is how I discovered like, oh man, this is something. And I was talking about this with someone last night where it's like, you know, you go your whole life kind of being cursed to be good at things that you don't like. You know what I mean? So like I've lived many past lives as far as careers and fucking jobs that I've held. Like fucking I was really good at computer science, so I fucking stuck out the goddamn let's fucking go to school route for a little bit and tried that.
Mhm.
And I was like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna go work at an Italian restaurant, bro. Like, fuck this. So it's like shit like that where it's like I didn't want to do computer science, but sadly I'm good enough at it to get a fucking government job. You know what I mean? So it's like
Right.
fuck. Um, and then like with the farming shit, I kind of worked my way back to the farms after that, and I was cursed to be really good at running a feed store, but I didn't want to do that. I worked at the feed store like while I was in training and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like I didn't want to do that, and as I started wrestling, it was the first time. maybe genuinely ever that I felt like I was doing something I'm good at, doing something that I'm like receptive to learning more about, like passionate about, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And holy fuck, do I love actively doing this. Like, I love everything about it. So that was kind of when I knew, like, okay, I'm making the right decisions here. And then, I mean, as I sit here fucking 5 years later, I can definitely say I made some of the right decisions because like I can look and be proud of the things that I've done. Like if it all goes up in smoke, bro, like if fucking we log off of this goddamn Google Meet and I go to take a step towards the goddamn bathroom to go take a piss and I fucking blow out every goddamn bone, ligament, tendon, everything from the tips of my toes to my thighs and I lose the ability to walk or something like fucking catastrophic happens. That's just me being fucking a little silly. But if something like that were to happen and it was all taken away from me, like sure I would know that I could go definitely have gone further than where I was at if that were to happen, but I can look back and genuinely say that I've applied 150% of myself to wrestling and I can be proud of the things that I have done. So that's definitely super cool just because like fuck, I've kind of just spent my whole life kind of floating around being like, yeah, I'm good at this so I can do it for a while, but I'm genuinely unhappy doing this. Like now this is the thing where holy fuck, I'm not trying to fucking suck myself off or nothing, but it's like I'm good at doing this
Yeah,
and
you're
I
pretty good,
fucking
buddy.
enjoy doing it. It
Yeah,
just feels weird to say when I say it, dude.
I know, dude.
I can definitely be receptive when other people are like, "Dude, you're good at wrestling." And I'm just like, "Oh, cool, man. Thank you." But if I ever have to say in a situation I'm good at wrestling, I always have to feel the need to be like, "No, I'm not fucking sucking myself off here, guys." But I like to think I'm above average good at wrestling.
Yes. You're very above average. I mean, it kind of clicked with me too. Like, honestly, as we were talking, I think what you have that is very unique is you have that everyday appeal. You know, it's very ironic that your guy was Austin because you have that, dude. Like, you really do. You have that bottled up, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, because it's real, you know. But
Hey, the best
you,
characters are just you turned up to 11, man, or whoever said that.
yeah, dude. But you got that old like Fuller effect where you're super big, but you can fucking wrestle. And like
Yeah.
you're gonna wrestle. Like if you gotta do the power shit, you can do that. You're great at it. But like let's wrestle. Let's chain a little bit. Let's do hardcore. Let's
Yeah.
bleed. Let's do
Everybody
all of it.
like early on when I was even like bigger than I am now, because I mean I've definitely lost a bunch of weight along the way, and I'm
Yeah.
working on fucking getting some fucking muscle up underneath this goddamn tank of a body.
Yeah.
Um, but early on, people were always like telling me, I don't know, not in a bad way, but like do less. You know what mean? Like, oh, you're a big guy, you don't have to do that. Like, oh, you're a big guy, you don't have to fucking do this that way. You don't have you like, oh, when you do this, it should actually be like you're at 100 and you should be at fucking 40. And so I tried that, and then it's like I'm not having fun wrestling anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I feel like I'm wrestling with a fucking governor on because you guys are telling me and this is just like a general you guys. I'm not saying like my trainers or anything like that. It's just people along the way just kind of being like, oh, you should probably like be bigger. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your name's Big Dave. You should probably be bigger. I was like, well, I'm not having fun because I feel like I'm wrestling not to the fullest extent of what I can. Like, if I can do this way, per se, like if I can take a move this way and make it look fucking insane, why would I not do it that way? What do you mean I should do it this other way that's just going to look like generic and like any other guy my size would do it? It's kind of sick that I can do it this way. So I'm just going to do it this way. Or it's even like, I don't know, I keep a bunch of moves in the back pocket, but I always make sure to get them like once every 6 months so I can add them in a highlight reel or something. Like my big ass busting out a fucking running step up Rana, bro. Like
It's
nobody
nuts.
fucking I have no right to be doing that at my size, but it's like, hell, I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. Someone fucking taught me how to do it, and I know how to do it now. So I'm just gonna fucking do it. Like, who fucking cares? It's awesome. Wrestling's supposed to be this fucking awesome thing, dude. Let's fucking make it awesome.
Yeah, and especially on the independent level, it's like, bro, we are not gonna beat the production budget. We're not gonna fucking
Yeah,
have
bro.
the big ass fucking building to fill. So
Yeah.
let's make it about the art of this shit. And what's more the art of this shit than a big motherfucker doing some lucha? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I appreciate you saying that because I've been on a big, like, really over the past, and I mean, it kind of coincides with what you were saying with kind of the run I've been on, I guess, over the past year to year and a half or so. I've really been thinking about it like art versus thinking about it like wrestling. I've really been taking a lot of outside influence into what I do and like what like taking influence from things that are not wrestling adjacent at all. Like, bro, one of the fucking things I've been trying to layer in just by like saying crazy shit online is like, bro, I want a Dale Gribble layer. You know what I mean? Just like shit like that. I want to take
Yeah.
influence from all this shit that I like as a person and like see how it transfers over to this other medium of entertainment and see if I can portray it in a way that's unique or like whatever. But yeah, no, I've really been thinking about the art of it all and like the fucking character work of it and the fucking like dude, we can all do moves. We all know we can all do moves, but it's like I was telling someone one time, I've kind of taken like and it's because I've been there day one. So, and but I mean, I've also been wrestling for a pretty decent amount of time. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world for me to say. Like I've kind of taken a role at New South of uh, helping produce some of the matches for some of the guys that might need a little more hands-on approach. And I was telling a guy pretty recently, is like, dude, we know you can do these moves. We've been seeing you do these moves for like fucking 3 years, bro. Make them fucking give a fuck that you do these moves. Like, if they don't give a fuck, who cares, dude? You can do the coolest move ever, and they're gonna fucking react because it was the coolest move ever. But you're not gonna get as good of a reaction as they would if you do like one thing before that move that lets them know that that move's coming or something
Yeah.
like they're already spending their money, bro. They want to be here. They want to fucking react to the shit that's happening in the ring. Just fucking throw them a goddamn breadcrumb, brother. Toss the breadcrumb out there and let them fucking nibble at it, dude. And fucking guess what? They're gonna be happy when you throw the whole fucking slice to them. Like they're gonna fucking be like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit, we've been getting breadcrumbs this whole time. This whole fucking slice of bread is goddamn awesome." I'd say as I fucking think fondly on my childhood of feeding the goddamn ducks at Big Spring Park in Huntsville, Alabama. That's all.
Hell yeah.
What a great analogy, dude. Like fucking wrestling Aristotle right now. You caught me at a
Dude.
great time.
Yeah. I hit you right after the partaking.
Yeah, you hit
Yeah.
me after the partaking. You will never catch me on a recorded platform saying that I do the things that I do, but you did catch me fresh off of a partaking, brother.
Yeah. Maybe me too. So
Allegedly.
alleged. It's all alleged. You can't fucking prove shit.
Parody law losers. You can't
Hmm.
fuck with all a joke. This is all it's a prank.
They're not even
This is
real
all
people.
this is all a social experiment. This is a YouTube prank video.
This is fish tank.
Yeah, this is a YouTube prank video, dude. We actually are not held liable for anything
We
said or
fucking
done
got
here.
you.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
fucked.
You got work, dude. Fucking Ashton Kutcher's here. He's telling you how punked you are right now.
Dude, he's literally right to the right of Dave right now.
Yeah,
And
he
Dave's
is.
not even his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even know nothing. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like you're kind of the face of New South. I mean, I know that's probably weird for you, but like it
No,
is.
I wear it with pride.
Yeah.
It took me a long time, I think, mentally to accept that role. Like, I think I was in that role for maybe like fucking 7 months before I was just driving to a show one day and it all hit me like a fucking train. You know what I mean? And I was just like, holy shit. Like, damn, I'm kind of like not I don't want to say the guy, but I'm a guy there. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it about myself, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm a top guy here and there's so much invested in me. Like, holy shit. And that only makes me want to go harder, dude. That only makes me want to like push it more and see like, well, what can we do to get fucking this? What can we do to get fucking more? What can we do to get this fucking cool guy? And what can we fucking like? What can we do, dude? Because but seeing the growth from what it was when I was coming in, like not that it was ever like super bad, you know what I mean? But just the shit that they're doing right now is super cool. Uh, Running huge venues, like fucking me against Derek in the cage at fucking 17 Springs in Millbrook, Alabama. Holy fuck, that felt like we were at a goddamn Slamboree pay per view. They like
Yeah.
built this weird arena of bleachers, and I was pretty skeptical. Like, just me as a person, I think there were some fears creeping in. Like, we were setting up that day, and I'm looking at all these fucking seats, and I'm looking at all these. I'm looking at fucking 8 rows of chairs and fucking like 8 sections of fucking huge ass bleachers that they've rolled behind the chairs to make like this weird half dome situation. And I was just like, man, I've been on a show before in a huge venue with a bunch of seating that didn't draw a lot of people. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
not a fun crowd to wrestle in front of. It's not a fun crowd to wrestle in front of a fucking 1,200 seater with 40 people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just like what? Who? Like what? And so, I mean, fuck, they started pouring in, and I'm jerking the curtain, and I'm looking at it, and that's really like, I think I said it took me a while to accept it mentally, but I think that was a weekend of wrestling that I went into with New South, like proudly knowing the fact of, man, there's a lot riding on me this weekend. Like, there's a lot riding on other people too, but I'm shouldering the load on myself because like they fucking got me on the news. They fucking got me all over this goddamn promotional material. I'm on these fucking billboards. Like, it's super goddamn cool, but at the same time, it's a weight of responsibility that you have to be willing to shoulder and then channel that through you into the thing that you're doing to live up to all of that. So it's like, it's a fun challenge for myself, I think.
Oh yeah. And I mean you parlayed that. Now I feel like you've seen that you can do that and you can
Yeah.
help build a promotion, and it goes right into where we're headed, which is August, the big 13th anniversary of TWE. And like, you're in there for the title against Hunter Drake, and it feels
Yeah.
like once you got linked up with TWE and that part of, Tennessee, Georgia, you got leagues better, and you were already really, really good.
Yeah, I think I was fortunate to get a lot of matches early at New South with a lot of really good opponents. Like, I would say within my first year of wrestling, like me and my old tag partner Lee were wrestling fucking Infrared from the Midwest, Tyler Matrix and Logan James. Like, those are two of the top fucking indie guys going at the time, dude. And we're getting to
Mhm.
wrestle them like once or twice a month. Like we're learning about tag team wrestling. We're learning about wrestling as a whole along the way. Um, I think what I was doing at the time, like the BDSM thing, once we split away from that, like I almost feel like there was a time where me and Lee could really bounce off of each other really well and like keep each other like growing and growing while we feuded with each other. But then there came a time where, like, fuck, dude, I'm just Big Dave. You know what I mean? Like, and you're fucking
Yeah.
Negative Lee, and that means fucking leaps like name value alone, dude. Like, people know more and want to know more about Negative Lee than they do Big Dave. Like, that's how I thought about it because I could feel it to the degree of like, yeah, they're the TWE crowd or whatever was the first crowd to chant, "He's so big" at me. And that's when it started. I started to feel the gears turn a little bit of as far as like, okay, I am just Big Dave, but that's okay. And it's up to me to now expound
Right.
upon what does being just Big Dave mean? Like, do I go more in on a character? Do I go more in on a gimmick per se, like heavy gimmick? Do I go more in on like me as a person? And then I started like letting some. If you watch some of my early promos, bro, one of them came up on my Facebook memories the other day. It's the most atrocious fucking shit of all time. I'm
Yeah.
talking with this weird fake ass Southern accent. Like, I already have a Southern accent. Why am I
Right.
trying to? Why am I trying to fake one? Like, what? Who is that helping, dude? I already sound like this naturally right now, just talking to you.
Right.
Like, I talk with this tone and inflection in my natural life. Why do I need it? What do you mean? Like, what do I look like getting on Facebook and being like, let me tell you something, bro? Like, I don't talk like that, dude. That's not me. And I think once, so the TWE crowd, I start going to Crash Course. I kick myself in the pants for not making it to the first Crash Course because I made it to the second Crash Course, and God damn it, I made it to like fucking 40 of them after that. You know what I mean? So I never got the
Yeah.
chance to say I've been here since the first show, but I was running heel up there at the time, so I would always say I've been here since the second show, guys. Like,
That's so
um,
good.
and that heel work is what. So the Biggest Man Alive started as a heel gimmick. Like naturally, it is a fucking I'm an asshole gimmick because I come out they're chanting fucking. This is even before the He's So Big, so we'll go even a step before that. We're talking like early entry into TWE. I haven't sniffed a Saturday show yet. I'm just going to Crash Course like because that's just what you do to wrestle, bro. You fucking go to shows like Crash Course, you go to shows like Next Up, you go to
Mhm.
shows like the Wednesday fucking gimmick shows that we run at New South, which is literally just New South Crash Course. Pull up, brother, please. I'm in charge of those shows. If you're listening to this as a young wrestler because you fucking follow troubles and you might be interested in what the fuck I have to say. God damn it. I'm in charge of the Wednesday shows at New South. It is a Crash Course situation. Jameson Shook is in charge of the fucking Crash Course at TWE. Hit us up, bro. These shows are made by
For
guys
you.
who actively did shows like this and got better and got over. Please fucking come to him, dude. It drives me insane sometimes. And this is not like this is nothing for the people who come to all of them because there's people that haven't missed a Crash Course or any type of pull up show ever, and more power to those guys. But there's people who can't be bothered to come to them, and those are the guys that will be the first to message you and be like, "Hey, brother, how do I get on at fucking New South? Or how do I get on at TW? How do I get on at Action?" Dude, fucking, I had someone text me and be like, "How do I get in this Hoss gimmick?" Talking about fucking the Hoss tournament, and I said, "Brother, the tryout started last year.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a thing where it's just like, oh yeah, brother, pull up. We might fuck. We'll add a 17th slot this year just for you,
Yeah.
brother. Like, we'll make one of the first rounds a triple threat just because you decided to ask on a Thursday how you get in the Hoss tournament on Saturday. That's it. Shit like that drives me fucking insane. Um, but no, back to TWE. I'm up there early just because, like, early Crash Course. Like, it always makes me feel weird and like I've achieved this unk status when guys like Casey and guys like Shook are like, yeah, man, do you remember when you had my third match ever on Crash Course that one time? And I'm just like, bro, what do you mean your third match ever? What do you mean? Because I was 2 years in at the time, just like still feeling like a greenhorn looking for guidance. You know what I mean? I go up there just
Yeah.
wanting to get in front of these wrestling minds, and like I still do it. It's on my phone now because I'm a little worse about it. But there was a time, if you saw me, I had a notebook literally, or my backpack was on, and my notebook was easily accessible. Because if someone just started talking about wrestling to me in a way that was not just in that, like, not just shooting the shit, I would take notes on that shit. I would take notes on anything anyone said about my matches. I would take notes on fucking passing by conversations that people were having with me because they heard me pitch an idea or something and they're like telling me a new way to think about it. All of that shit is written down. I still have all of that shit saved. Like, I want that shit saved so I can go back and look at it and see what the fuck was being said to me. Like, is there this weird piece of wisdom somewhere that I can still apply? I have fucking notes from an Effie seminar 6 years ago. I took 11 pages of notes in an Effie seminar 6 years ago, and I can still go back and read those notes and find something and go, I can apply that right now and it'll make me a better wrestler as a result of it, or make me a better brand, or make me a better, like, you have to be a sponge to this shit. So I just wanted to go to Crash Course because that was just wrestling that was running, dude. Like, I wanted to be at TWE, and the way I saw it in my head is I will go wrestle at every Crash Course until I'm booked at TWE. I'd already done some stuff like tag stuff up there, but me and the tag had broke up, dude. I'm a singles guy now, and I have no equity built as a singles guy at this promotion. So I'm just gonna fucking go to every Crash Course. I'm up there running a heel gimmick, which is I'm the biggest man alive. And now what that meant is I would try to step over the top ropes like the Big Show, and I would crotch myself for upwards of like 3 minutes before my opponent came to the ring. And sometimes I would still be there when they came to the ring, and it would be like a bit. But like
That's
it's this
awesome.
over the top gimmick where I'm beating people's ass like, and I'm just screaming that I'm the biggest man alive while I club them on the back, and it's hated. Like they don't like that I think I'm the biggest man alive, and they're like, "Dude, you're not big. You're not big at all. You're actually so small." So it's helping me get reps. It's helping me whatever. Um, I'm trying to think. I genuinely don't believe. I can't remember. I guess I was a heel. My first Saturday feud was with Eden Monroe, if you're familiar with her work.
Yes.
Um, so that was a feud that started on Crash Course, and it transitioned into a Saturday night feud for the first ever Gig City title holder. Um, so I mean, I really can't remember if I can't remember the exact timeline, but this is building to the Futures tournament that I was in. It may have been Eden, it may have been someone else. I run a feud on Saturday as a heel. Like I run a little program on Saturdays as a heel. And then I get announced as the replacement for Jackson Drake in the Futures tournament in the middle of like their I'm a heel guy. I'm a bad guy, guys. Please do not cheer for me. So I get announced for this Futures tournament, and the internet, like they're kind of hot for it, brother. They're like, holy shit, Big Dave's and Futures, this is fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing this kind of because I'm the show Futures is Saturday morning of SCI night 2 every year.
Yeah.
So the show is Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure I was announced as the replacement maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So there's not a ton of time here to like really gauge. Like it doesn't get the full like repeated cycle in the algorithm and all that. So I'm just seeing everybody hype for it, and I'm like, oh baby, there could be a situation brewing here with my character at TWE. You know what I mean? I kind of felt
Yeah.
that going into the tournament. I get there, and I mean, of course, like it's business as usual for me. I'm gonna go do all the shit that I do in this building, which is yell that I'm the biggest man alive and fucking obviously not be the biggest man alive. I'm gonna go do all of that.
Yeah.
Well, they the problem is the goddamn Skinnerd hits in the TWE now Bud Higdon Arena. And when I step through that curtain for Futures, holy shit, they're throwing babies in the air. Holy shit, like people are fucking like literally I had never received a reaction like that in wrestling up to that point as when I did stepping out for the Futures tournament. Because they were all just like fucking going crazy. And I'm just kind of looking, and I was like, you see it in my entrance. I literally come out, I do this evil heel face, and then I look at the camera and I just kind of shrug my shoulders like this, and I just hit him with the fucking Big Dave classic, dude. Raise the cowbell up and fucking let's get active. Um, but coming out of that match, when I got backstage, they were just like, "Well, you're a baby face now," and I was no longer a heel. I was literally just no longer a bad guy. There was no explanation. There was no like huge moment of me being like, I recognize the error of my ways. They just fucking popped for me huge one time, and I was just like, okay, they're rocking with me now. I literally changed. I tweaked the biggest man alive shit to where, and even this is like I'm explaining all this to kind of explain how I went from being just Big Dave, this guy looking for something more than being just Big Dave. I go to TWE and I get around all these brains like fucking Jaden Newman, Dylan Hales, fucking The Rev, like Tank, fucking all these guys like Darian Bingston, all these dudes who fucking have such unique ways of looking at wrestling. They're all there at TWE, bro. Just go fucking get around them. I'm able to flesh out like, okay, well now I don't have to be this like weird asshole character anymore that was working as a bad guy, like as a heel. I don't have to do that anymore. So let's turn that down. But the parts that they were fucking with were when I was whipping people's ass and yelling how big I am. Like there came a time where me yelling it, now they're cheering for me. You know what I mean? Like I can hear people getting behind when I would do it and then fucking like
Yeah.
big one. You know what I mean? Like they're now
Yeah.
starting to respond to things. Like they'd boo other shit, but when I did that, they're kind of fucking with it. So let's turn that up a little bit. Let's do a little more like fucking big fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Um so it allowed me to like take things from being a heel as the biggest man alive and now think about it in a way of, well, what does the biggest man alive mean if I want people to get behind it as a thing that they enjoy, like as a thing that they want to cheer, as a thing that they want to say and interact with? Well, now I have to think of it as, well, the bit before is I yell that I'm the biggest man alive, but I'm obviously not the biggest man alive. Now the bit has to be, and it's really not even a bit anymore, it has to be taken seriously and applied seriously. Being big is a mindset. It's not about physically how big you are. You can wake up every day and decide that you too are the biggest man alive. That's what it became to me, and that's what I wanted
Yeah.
to portray it as to other people. And even now, I think as recently as fucking SCI, like now we're up to like fucking 2 weeks ago, I go out there and it's not as much fucking, feel my like citizens of the Bud Higdon Arena, lend me your spirit, biggest man alive. It's kind of just a cocky motherfucker wrestling with a chip on his shoulder because god damn it, he's the biggest man alive and he knows it, and it doesn't matter how big you are, he knows that he's the biggest man alive. Because being big is not about, it still applies the same shit as before, because being big ain't about being big, it's about the fucking mindset. And brother, let me tell you, I'm the biggest man alive. That's
Fuck
kind of
yeah.
where I'm at with it now. So in this weird full circle way of, I come in as I come into wrestling fucking not knowing shit as this weird interpretation of what I think Stone Cold Steve, of what I look like as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Here I am 5 years later, and I've gone through all of these dips and fucking like whatever with my character as far as like, well, I'm just Big Dave. Well, now I'm working heel at fucking Crash Course and I'm yelling I'm the biggest man alive and they're fucking with that. So I think I'm just going to start calling myself the biggest man alive. That gets super fucking over. It's now my fucking whole entire goddamn thing. And then we dip back to like, well, oh, now it has to be a babyface thing. Now it has to be a thing that people get behind. And now I have to develop, well, okay, the thing that they can get behind is my fucking like fighting spirit. You know what I mean? Because being big ain't about being fucking big. It's about being big mentally. So now we're getting some traction there. People are fucking with the babyface version of it. Well, now it's like, fuck, I've been doing this for 3 years. What is the fucking like? Where do like
Yeah.
that? This is work now. So where do I go from here? And I mean, I don't know. I definitely was not shy about going into SCI with something to prove. I was very vocal online and in my promos leading up to it about how I'm basically just going to be in everyone's face all weekend, and you guys are going to have no choice but to watch me. So regardless of if you want to accept it, regardless of if you have something to say about it, I'm a fucking top guy in the Southeastern Territory, and I am now on the platform to fucking show anyone who might not think so. Guess what? Look at me out here, motherfuckers. You keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna keep doing better than that. Like,
Yeah. And
and
you
it's not
did,
really like,
man.
and it's not really like I have haters. Like, I'm not saying that from a perspective of, um, people are like fucking shitting on my name in the streets or nothing like that. I like to think I have a
Right.
pretty generally good relationship with anyone that I've come across within the business because that's just how I carry myself as a person. It's more
Yeah.
so just me like validating within myself and validating to anyone who might have had reservations about kind of like what you were saying. Like you see Big Dave and you might not be able to get a read on him at first. You know what I mean? You might think he's just a guy. Oh, of course, everyone. And that's honestly funny story. It's why I added the Weaver. It's why I transitioned to the Weaver, because now if you and I explained it as because someone was fucking like, dude, Big Dave is just so iconic. Why would you add the Weaver? And I was like, dude, Big Dave is just a guy. Big Dave Weaver, that's a dude. And
Nice.
they were like, okay, you have cleared it up. Thank you 100%. I see the vision now. But it's just because, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to ever be typecast as someone who is just a gimmick. And I'm not calling you out thinking like you were fucking shit on me or whatever.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, like, being like, and then I watched you, dude, and I realized, like, holy shit. That's all I
yeah,
ever want to do, dude, is I wanted people to fucking, like, maybe they look at me and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we know how this guy's going to wrestle. And then I fucking blow their socks off, brother. I fucking rock their world.
dude.
I rock their ecosystem. I expand their brain of what they think a guy that looks like me should wrestle like. And I'm
Yeah,
fucking in their face about it the whole time.
yeah, dude. And I'll be honest, it was also the endorsements of people like Rev Dan Wilson and Jaden. And, like every time I talk to anybody down there, they were like, Big Dave, dude, are you on the Big Dave thing? And I mean, like I said, Casey Owens put you over like the most
I gotta go check
because,
that out, dude.
oh yeah, dude, he was super, super on Team Dave. And, for what you just said, right? Like they were like, dude, he wants to know everything. He wants to get better. He never has an argument about any critique, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, dude. And then, I get deep into it. And, you mentioned SCI weekend. I mean, I feel like you are the star of that thing, man. I mean,
That's cool. I appreciate that, dude. I had a bunch of people tell me that. And I think it took me, see, SCI. I went to Blood and Honey that Sunday. I went and kicked it there, so I was still like in the world, still not feeling anything. You know what I mean? I don't feel
yeah,
anything until I remove myself from it. I can go through a whole wrestling weekend almost like in a cathartic state of just being like, "Oh yeah, I had a good match." You know what I mean? Like, and now, like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, we're out to eat at Cookout right now. Yeah, I had a good match tonight. Like, it doesn't hit me right then, but probably like that Tuesday at work, I was just sitting there. I print T-shirts for a living, so I'm sitting there fucking running my printers or whatever. And I just kind of stopped for a second and I thought about it and I went, "Holy fuck, man! I was the fucking MVP at SCI weekend. Like that's really cool. Like if you're not gonna fucking win the whole goddamn thing, what more could you hope for? You know what I mean? It was cool that I went in with the mindset that I was in, and I came out with the results that I got. That me coming in, kind of chip on my shoulder of like, you guys are gonna fucking watch me this weekend, dude. You guys are gonna fucking watch what the fuck I got going on and see what I can do. To then like have everyone speak so highly of the effort afterwards, that feels really cool. Definitely appreciate all the love there. I don't know, man. SCI is a huge deal for me. It always had, like, as a fan, it's like I always wanted to be there as a young wrestler. So I wanted to go in and just fucking like strut that ass, dude. I don't know if you've seen the fucking strutting that ass in Montgomery, Alabama. Strutting that ass to Redstone, Arkansas, bro. I was strutting that ass to SCI weekend, dude.
yeah.
I was pulling up in the action truck and defacing that motherfucker, dude. Like,
That
we're
rule.
getting buck wild. It really, like, I don't know, man. I gave it 250%. I wrestled what I feel like was the most natural I've ever wrestled to a degree.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It just felt like everything was hitting on all cylinders. I was joking around with somebody, or the boys, about it basically, and I was like, dude, probably about 3/4 of the way through the finals before I was eliminated, I felt it within me that I had now like unlocked this dark energy inside myself, dude. And I can just fucking let it out at any given moment. I realized it like as I'm out there bullshitting around,
Yeah,
like
dude.
I was like, dude, holy shit. It all clicked for me. Like, I'm supposed to wrestle just like this. Like what I'm doing right now is what I'm supposed to do, if that makes any sense. And it wasn't anything
Yeah.
specific that I did. It was just like almost actively as I was going through the match, I was just kind of like, this is it, dude. Like this is what I've been looking for. Like, and it wasn't any specific crowd reaction. It wasn't any specific move or thing that I said. It was just the way that I felt. and the way that I was allowing shit to just naturally fucking be let out or whatever, I was just like, this is what I should, this is, I was trusting gut instincts basically, and it was working. And I was like, holy shit, I just got to do more of that.
Yeah, dude. I
Be a
mean,
little
and
more fucking.
you were like kung fu-y, dude. Um, you started off the weekend with the craziest shit, maybe
Yeah.
of the fucking weekend. You and John Wayne Murdoch.
Little boards of death action, dude.
Holy shit.
My first death match before my first SCI, and
Yeah.
everybody told me I was such a fucking idiot for doing it. But you know, yet again, I had something to prove, bro. You
Hmm.
want to fucking? It's a full death match, okay? Let's do it.
Well, I'll
I
tell you
said it
right
in the
now.
fucking promo, so I'll say it here too. I didn't know it was going to be a fucking death match. I literally had no clue. The graphic dropped, and I literally, I quote tweeted it and said, "What the fuck?"
I remember that. That was
I
so
didn't mean to
funny,
interrupt
dude.
your next question, but yeah, no, I had no clue it was going to be that. But it was also like it wasn't a thing that I was scared of either. I don't know if I'll ever do another one. I can honestly say that right now. I don't know. Who knows, dude? I'm not going to ever, never say never on it, but I'm proud of the effort that I put in for that subset of art that is in the umbrella of wrestling. Like I love like no one would guess it from watching me wrestle, or maybe they would. My favorite fucking wrestling to watch is comedy wrestling, bro. I love comedy wrestling
Oh,
so
nice.
fucking much. Super Porky, holy shit.
Colt
Me and Lee,
Cabana.
me and Lee used to get so fucking partook out of our brains and just watch Super Porky goddamn matches
He's the
from
best.
fucking CMLL and goddamn old AAA. Uh but it's like I don't know. I and that's what's really started me to like thinking about it as art is like, well, there's all these different types of it, bro. There's all these different ways to tell the story, but we're all doing the same thing. It's literally different strokes for different folks. Like there's all these things within the term of wrestling. It's like, oh, there's deathmatch wrestling, there's fucking comedy wrestling, there's fucking strong style wrestling, there's fucking Memphis fucking wrestling, there's goddamn British rounds wrestling. Like there's all this fucking shit for everybody. Um, I was very fortunate to get to step into like that realm of wrestling with someone the caliber of John Wayne Murdoch in that realm of wrestling. Like, oh, the fucking the best in America for sure, best in the
Mhm.
world. I don't know enough about that world outside of America to like make a judgment on that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
best in the world to me.
Oh, dude.
Uh,
Absolutely, man.
um, no, I was very fortunate. I mean, he brought that fucking dog out of me. Like he didn't fucking
Yes.
take it easy on me by no regards, and I didn't want him to. Like, bro, the last thing I wanted was anyone to be able to say like, "Oh yeah, Big Dave fucking did this shit for clout or whatever." I see the
Yeah.
shit that people say about people. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want anyone to have like if they said that shit, I wanted to be able to say, "Go fucking watch it again, brother." Because I mean, yeah, he definitely did not take it easy on me. I'm fucking sitting here with glass, dude. I still have a glass in my elbow right now. Like this
Ah,
when I told you I had to bandage my wounds, like, bro, I didn't go wrestle last weekend on the New South Loop because I was driving on my way there. Fucking started feeling like I was gonna goddamn pass out behind the wheel. Pulled over, tried to eat Taco Bell, couldn't fucking. And I love Taco Bell, brother. So for me to not be able to put down two meat and cheese only soft tacos from there, like the easiest thing ever for me to eat. That I
wait,
knew
meat and cheese only soft taco is your order?
that was just what I got because I was
Oh,
not
yeah.
feeling
Okay.
great. That's what I mean. Like that's the easiest thing in the world for me to eat. I can put down two of those, no questions asked,
Yeah.
literally anytime. I could eat a 5 course meal, and you could be like, "Dude, you want two meat and cheese only soft tacos from Taco Bell right now?" And I'd be like, "Dude, fuck yeah, I'll house them bitches." That is nothing. That is nothing at
Yeah.
all. So I couldn't. I literally like picked one up like weekly as I'm sitting in my car in fucking bumfuck Alabama on my way to the show, and I go, dude, I can't do this. Something is wrong with me.
Damn.
So I look and there's a fucking emergency room like 8 minutes away, also in bumfuck town, Alabama. And I pull up there and they're like, well, what's wrong with you? And I'm wearing this fucking cut all to hell Dixie Chick shirt. I'm wearing fucking like 5-inch shorts. Like I look like the fucking craziest. I look like this, you know what I mean? Like I look like the
Yeah.
craziest person ever. Um, I was like, yeah, I'm just feeling really weak, like I'm about to pass out. I think it has something to do with these cuts all over my body. And she was like, what do you mean cuts all over your body? Were you attacked? And I was like, no, ma'am, was not attacked. I just have some very deep wounds that I would like to be looked at. She's like, okay. Like she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? So I go sit in the room, little chair, whatever. Probably like 45 minutes later, they get me. And it's like, at first, they weren't even going to look at me. They were just going to ask me a bunch of questions and then like send me for antibiotics or something like that. So they have me in this like, it's not even like a room. I'm just sitting in the receptionist area office, like while this lady's just like, "Do you smoke weed? Do you hit vapes? Do you like?"
No.
Yeah, no, I was honest because I didn't know what was wrong with me. You know what I mean? Um, and like for me to say that I need to go somewhere like that, I have to be feeling really fucking weird. Like everyone, when I was like, "Yeah, guys, I'm going to the hospital," they were like, "Bro, are you dying like right now? Because you don't do this. Like you do not do this at all." And I just felt so weird, like in my body. Could not describe how weird I fucking felt. Um, so I answered all the questions, and she was about to be like, "Yeah, we'll call this into the pharmacy, whatever." And I was like, "Ma'am, I really think you should like look at my back and look at my fucking elbow, and then like, please just look at me. Please like take a look at this." And I just lifted my shirt up, and she saw my back, which was like, it looks way better now, but it's fucking like I was gashed up, brother. Like, and
Yeah, man.
she was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Yeah." And my elbow is like super swollen and like really bad. Like, can we please look at this? And she was like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's infected." So I go and they do like a fucking x-ray. They do a fucking, yeah, this is Barnacle Boy, by the way. He just fucking joined the
Oh
party.
my God, Barnacle Boy.
Um, we do all this shit, and then they come back and they're like, "Yeah, you still have two pieces of glass stuck in your elbow. You have fucking like these wounds on your back or like past the skin level." Like, fucking, I was like, "Yeah, no shit, dude. Look at this shit." And y'all were about to just fucking send me out of here on my way, and I was gonna die on my way to pick up these prescriptions. So they just put me on a couple of antibiotics and like antibiotic cream and let me know that the glass and of course I asked all the fucking little deathmatch homies too about the glass in my elbow. I was like, "What the fuck do I do about that?" And they were like,
Yeah.
brother, it'll come out. You're good." I was like, "Okay." So the infection's gone. I'm back to like
Thank God.
fucking, yeah, no, that was fucking scary as fuck. I haven't also like I've just like kayfabe the whole internet on that. You can leave this in. I don't give a fuck. Barnacle Boy,
Okay, yeah.
bro, come on, you're being rude as fuck. Um, like you can leave this in or whatever, but like I kayfabe the whole internet, and I was just like, "Yeah, God, sorry I missed the show this weekend, New South, because there's like a whole weekend of New South shows, bro. I had to miss three of them hoes, like back to back to back."
Damn.
And I was like, "Dude, that hurts the wallet. That hurts the fucking, like, that hurts me
Yeah.
just as a performer, and especially at New South, because I pride myself on being at just about every fucking show. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be there, dude. Uh, but it was really cool. I think Dump got in there and cut a promo and told everyone to message me and tell me get well soon, because I fucking received like goddamn 85 messages just one after the other from people just sitting on my couch after I got home from the hospital. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, no, I'm good now. We're rolling on to fucking New South anniversary.
Yeah.
I might go dust off the elbow at the fucking New South Honky Tonk show this Wednesday and fucking, I haven't decided yet. I feel like I should just see what's going on with it if I can get off work. But yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely thought about going and giving a test run on it there.
Well, I think we hit the perfect time, man. I mean, we hit all what I wanted to hit. And I was gonna say, plug the shit that you got coming up, where they can
Oh yeah,
find you, and I mean, anniversary shows right there.
dude. Yeah, we have a couple of anniversary shows coming up down here in the southeast. TWE 13 years strong. I want to say end of August, I believe. It's a
Yes.
2-night deal there. New South Anniversary, Gaston, Alabama. That's coming up. Fuck, this weekend, dude. If you guys listen to this in time for that, dude. Gonna get out there in a little double bull rope match. I'm pretty fired up for that. I'm
Yes.
always fired up for unique matches. Like that's why that I had people when it was announced that I was doing the death match with John. They were like, "Well, you don't really even like wrestle like that, dude." And I was like, "Y'all better fucking check the track record, brother. I've had some of my best matches in bunkhouse matches and fucking these
Yeah.
weird gimmick matches that TWE names, like the fucking boot scooting, hoot nanny
Yeah.
hoedown, the bad bitch hoot nanny hoedown, like whatever the fuck. It's all just fucking violence, dude, and I love that shit. So yeah, I knew I was gonna be
Heck
fine
yeah.
in the goddamn death match. As far as like where you can find me, my Twitter is Big Dave since '99. My Instagram is Big Dave PW. Um, on Facebook, you can find me at just David Weaver, dude. It's a friend request account, but it's a professional account. Just fucking hit it, dude. If you hit add friend to me on Facebook, you'll start following me, and then I'll accept your friend request. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm Facebook fucking monetized. Add me on Facebook, bro.
Nice.
We are running Mark Zuckerberg's pockets all 2026 and infinity beyond that. They never should have gave me Facebook fucking monetization. I will just openly just say we're running Mark Zuckerberg's pockets. I have no qualms about that. He is a fucking billionaire. I think anyone who's monetized on Facebook, I think we should just all create our own economy and just fucking start sharing the fuck out of everything on Facebook, commenting on everything on Facebook. And then we all get monetized and then we're all making money off of each other on Facebook. We're fucking stealing money from Mark Zuckerberg along the
Fuck
way.
yeah.
We're saying, hey, you greedy little fucking pig, give us all that fucking money, you greedy little fucking robot pig. You're not a real person. You don't need all that money anyways. You're a fucking robot. All you need is a goddamn 12-watt goddamn DC cord to charge at night. Um anyways, yeah,
Love that.
Facebook at Dave Weaver. That's really all I have a fourthwall.com/Big Dave Weaver. You can get some merch on there.
Hell yeah.
But really, I don't know, man. Nothing beats the live indie wrestling experience. So go to a show near you. If it don't matter if
Right.
I'm on it, dude. Go fucking watch wrestling. Wrestling is fucking sick, guys. You look up right now, Google indie wrestling near me. Go to that show that's an hour and 15 minutes away with a guy that looks like Sergeant Slaughter, but it isn't Sergeant Slaughter. Go to that show, dude. Because guess what?
It's gonna fucking slap.
You're gonna see one person on that show that genuinely makes you connect with them. And for me, it was Cabana Man Dan, and I was fortunate enough to be trained by him.
That's
I was
awesome.
fortunate enough to be trained by Kenzie Page. But as a fan, Cabana Man Dan was my guy. He is the guy that kept me coming back to New South. And there was nothing like, it wasn't anything specific. It was just the aura that he had and the way that he connected with the crowd. I wanted to see Little Dan like fucking beat Derek Neal for the belt, dude. I wanted to see that, like genuinely wanted to see that. So, like, I don't know, man. Guys, you just got to get to a fucking show near you. Don't matter what it is, bro. You can go to fucking any show. Tickets are fucking cheaper than ever right now, dude. Trust, dude. We know that times are hard. It's fucking affecting us too, brother. We got to drive everywhere.
That
Spend ten
sucks.
dollars on a ticket, dude. It fucking is pretty sick, actually.
It's very sick. And I will say, go watch Big Dave though. If you
Yeah,
can go
go
see
watch me,
Big
dude.
Dave, go line his pockets with money and you don't have to be a robot. You can just buy a shirt and shit.
Yeah,
Say, hey, what's up?
yeah, dude. Come. I got all price points at the merch table. And if you're real nice to me, I'm gonna give you a free sticker. Guess what? You're gonna get a fucking free wristband. Like, dude,
You go.
just fucking come hang out, dude.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you, buddy. It's
Oh,
been a
dude,
pleasure. We're definitely gonna
absolutely.
do this again. Well, this is
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
become a thing, I believe.
Yeah, this has to become a series now where I'll just explain a
Yes.
little more about myself each time I come
Dude,
on.
yes.
And then after like 9 parts, people will be like, "Oh fuck, we finally understand Big Dave as a person."
Yeah. And you're like, I'm 10 years in, brother. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
everyone's
dude. I'm
finally like,
fucking.
all right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on NXT under a different name, and people will finally be like, "We finally get it, Big Dave." We finally get it. And I'll be like, that's okay, guys. My name is Reginald Willoughby now. And you can catch me on fucking Tubi.
And their humiliation ritual for you will be your gimmick is just wearing meta glasses.
Ooh, yeah. They're gonna be like, oh, we listened to you on the Troubles podcast that one time. We heard well, how come every time you plugged your Facebook you had to go on a 6-minute tangent about how much you fucking hate Mark Zuckerberg, huh? Guess what? Here's some meta glasses. And your gimmick is you poke people.
I was about to say something that I should have said, so we're gonna go ahead and hit fucking stop. And
Hell yeah.
until next time, have a good one.